Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the charts. This is Napoleon Macro speaking. We have a pretty interesting chart on Amazon. We recently said we're going to bet against this market, but I may have missed some clues in the chart that may suggest there's a lot more strength than I anticipated. So we're going to get into that. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we're going to go over some interesting price action that actually may blow your mind. Let's not waste time. Let's get into this chart and why I say that it actually has strength as opposed to weakness. So let's get into it here, shall we? All right. So today's June the 13th, 2021, and the previous close of Amazon is going to be $3,383.87. Slightly positive close, approximately 1.1% for the day. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. ASMR, interesting analysis. I think you're going to love this. Here's what I have on the chart. Okay, perfect. So it's very simple for me to understand this. So basically what you're looking at is these are weekly candles. And what I'm going to show you is the reason that we didn't just start betting against Amazon is because the $3,311 is right here at this pink line on the last video. We left you guys out with on that, just that one level, $3,311. Now, the reason that we wanted to bet against this market is because we were noticing that the market has had trouble in the past staying above the pink line. As this example here in this white circle, if you notice August of 24, you see how this green candle closed above the pink line, but it actually closed below that pink line. You guys know what I look for. I look for the close, all right? And this little red candle here, it couldn't even hold it. It couldn't even sustain itself. It actually closed below October the 12th. The weekly candle closed below that pink line, right? So you see what I'm getting at here. And this other example here on this white circle, notice how the market February the 1st weekly candle closed above, but on the very next candle, say it with me, it closed below that pink line. Now, this area here is actually a sign of strength because notice what happened when this weekly candle, April the 5th, it actually closed above the pink line, okay? But when it closed above the pink line this time, it actually closed 3 weekly candles above the pink line, and then it closed back below the pink line. So what does that mean? That's a sign of strength. Imagine yourself trying to put like a book on top of a shelf, right? You put the book on top of the shelf and it falls back down immediately. You try it again and you don't even get close to the shelf, right? And then you try it again, same thing. It just keeps falling off the shelf until you put the book on top of the shelf and it's actually staying above the shelf for like, I don't know, 3 minutes or something like that. That's kind of a weird example, but I'm trying to get you to, I look at price action as such a very basic, practical, approach to where it's easy to understand in terms of understanding whether or not the buyers are showing strength or the sellers are showing strength. And in this example, the 3 weekly candles that closed above the $3,311 is showing a sign of strength. But somebody say, but wait a minute, Napoleon. It closed 3 candles above that pink line, but then it closed back below. So doesn't that mean it's weak? Yes and no. The reason that, how's it yes and no? Which one, dude? I'm going to say yes if the market made a lower low than this low here. Okay, so in other words, if the market were to close 3 weekly candles above the pink line, right? And then it actually went down and made a lower low, then that would mean that the sellers have more strength in this market, and that would be a sign of weakness. The reason that I'm saying that this is a sign of strength is because the buyers closed 3 weekly candles above the pink line, $3,311, but then it made a higher low. So what does that mean? This means that the buyers have the perfect opportunity to maintain the overall trend in their strength in the market, right? And simply make a higher high than the previous high, which is right here at about $3,487, guys. It's so simple. If you just take a basic look at candlesticks, it's so exciting for me to look at this stuff. So that's the reason why we have not bet against Amazon. I don't think we will, as long as the market does not make a higher high, then yeah, we'd be interested in betting against this market. So right now, this is an active weekly candle. So we still have time to decide whether or not we're going to bet against the market. We have not done anything just yet. 3 days and 17 hours to close on this weekly candle. Obviously, if the market makes a new high, that's a sign of strength. But this is why we're able to, calculate our steps in the market. And you would have an opportunity to do the same thing if you just take a very basic approach and looking at candlesticks, higher highs, higher lows, understanding the signs of strength when candles are closing and staying above specific levels. And that's it, guys. I'm really passionate about this. So hopefully this explanation was pretty good. That's the reason why we have not bet against Amazon, because it looks like things are getting pretty bullish out there in the market, especially if it continues higher. And again, guys, it makes a higher high, higher than $3,483. That is the buyer's obligation right now in the market. So let's see how it plays out. Okay. I'm definitely not as, ready to bet against this market as I was when the market was just below $3,311. This is why we always wait, guys. Wait for confirmation. Hopefully, guys, you didn't start betting in, enter puts when it went up to this level. Hopefully, you didn't do that. All right, not financial advice. So that's the end of the video. Hopefully, this was a pretty interesting lesson in understanding candles' bodies closing above and below specific levels, okay, and showing and understanding the strength in the market. All right, so that's it. Leave an appropriate thumb below the video if you enjoyed the content. Leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can push this video out to anyone, right? So they can understand the candles, right? Candlesticks. I love this stuff. Also, if you're new, before you go, we covered the alternative markets, Bitcoin, altcoins. Kindly subscribe with us. Hit the bell. We'll send you that information when it is available. Once again, thanks for listening until the end, guys. Huge support. I appreciate that. Execute your strategies in the market, please. We'll talk soon, and bye for now.